Since being officially named as Gucci's brand ambassador, Jin of BTS has not only elevated his personal image, but also propelled Gucci to new heights in the global fashion industry. His appearance at Milan Fashion Week, dressed head-to-toe in Gucci's exclusive La Famiglia line, became a viral moment worldwide, igniting fan praise, media frenzy, and a substantial increase in brand engagement. Jin's sophisticated aura and natural elegance brought the essence of Gucci's luxury narrative to life, captivating the fashion elite and K-pop fans alike. What makes Jin's partnership with Gucci particularly impactful is the measurable growth in Gucci's brand value and online presence. According to marketing analytics, Gucci's earned media value, jimy, skyrocketed following Jin's Milan appearance, placing it firmly in the top tier of global brands during Women's Milan Fashion Week SS26. Notably, Jin himself was ranked among the top influencers, despite posting only twice. This rare combination of minimal output and maximum impact has earned Jin the status of a fashion phenomenon, with industry insiders dubbing him Gucci's Golden Muse. The synergy between Jin and Gucci goes beyond endorsement. It's a cultural alignment. Jin embodies the fusion of tradition and modernity that Gucci has pursued in recent years, making him not just a celebrity face, but a vital part of the brand's identity reinvention. His fanbase, known for its intense loyalty, has responded with overwhelming support, leading to sold-out items and a surge of interest in Gucci among younger global consumers. With Jin as its fashion icon, Gucci isn't just riding the K-pop wave, it's redefining the global standard for celebrity brand partnerships. After being named Gucci's global brand ambassador, Jin of BTS has not only transformed his personal narrative, but also redefined the trajectory of Gucci as a luxury powerhouse on the global fashion stage. His appearance at Milan Fashion Week was not just a moment of fashion, it was a seismic cultural event. Dressed in the La Famiglia collection, Jin embodied everything the collection represented: heritage, evolution, and bold sophistication. He didn't just wear the brand, he became its living, breathing expression. With millions tuning in from across the world, Jin's elegance on the runway was more than just surface appeal. It was a signal to the fashion world that a new era of global icons had arrived, led by an artist who could seamlessly merge luxury with mass appeal. The results were immediate. Gucci's standing among fashion powerhouses soared, securing the #2 spot among brands with the highest earned media value, jimy, during Women's Milan Fashion Week SS26. And perhaps more astonishingly, Jin himself was ranked the second top influencer of the event, generating an eye-watering $9.75 million in jimy with only 2 posts. These aren't just numbers, they're historic benchmarks. No other solo artist or K-pop figure has managed to command such value with such limited media output. Media executives, fashion analysts, and marketing leaders were left astounded at how Jin's presence, so minimal in quantity yet maximal in impact, could eclipse seasoned fashion models and influencers alike. What makes Jin's impact so revolutionary is not just the numbers, but the authenticity behind them. He does not chase trends, he sets them. His fashion sense, blending Korean minimalism with European flair, resonates deeply with a global audience, seeking authenticity over excess. And Gucci, a brand synonymous with opulence and legacy, found in Jin the perfect embodiment of its new direction: inclusive, modern, and culturally transcendent. The collaboration between Jin and Gucci feels less like a business deal and more like a shared destiny, one that has catapulted Gucci to the top tier of global luxury brands for the season. Behind the scenes, Gucci executives were reportedly thrilled. Stefano Cantino, Gucci CEO, is said to have personally thanked Jin for his unmatched contribution to the brand's performance this season. While many ambassadors are treated as faces of the brand, Jin was celebrated as its heart and soul. Internal sources suggested that Gucci had not seen this level of organic buzz, consumer engagement, and elevated brand prestige since the Alessandro Michele era. Jin brought more than influence. He brought prestige, credibility, and a future vision that fashion insiders now refer to as the Jin effect. Fans, too, have played a vital role. Known as ARMY, Jin supporters helped make every photo, video, and runway appearance a viral sensation. Hashtags like #Gucci Seokjin and #Jin Milan Fashion Week trended globally within minutes, generating millions of impressions and interactions. This was not just fan enthusiasm, it was global cultural momentum. Gucci's marketing team, keenly aware of this digital dynamism, leaned into it. They reshared Jin's appearances, spotlighted him across digital billboards, and even revamped their social content strategy to amplify his unique aura. But perhaps what solidified Jin's legendary status as Gucci's greatest ambassador was the symbolic gesture that followed the show. Reports suggest that Jin was privately invited by CEO Stefano Cantino to Gucci's Italian headquarters, a rare honor granted only to the most elite figures in the fashion world. During the visit, Jin was thanked not just as a representative, but as a global icon whose vision and presence had elevated the very identity of the brand. Jin of BTS has never been just a performer or an idol. With his intuitive fashion sense, poised presence, and authentic charisma, he's become a global cultural force. And now, as Gucci's most impactful ambassador to date, he's not just wearing fashion history, he's writing it. As the dust settled after Milan Fashion Week SS26, fashion critics and global media began to recalibrate their metrics of success. It wasn't just about the designs or even the runway execution anymore, it was about impact, resonance, and cultural power. And in all these aspects, Jin BTS delivered something that no other figure could replicate. His partnership with Gucci has become the gold standard of what brand ambassadorship truly means in the modern age. Everywhere he went during Fashion Week, from the runway to the backstage, from private dinners to Gucci's flagship store walkthroughs, Jin exuded a quiet authority. His mannerisms were not over-exaggerated or performative. They were sincere, and yet magnetic. For a generation often exhausted by artificial marketing, Jin's effortless charm was like a breath of fresh air. It's no surprise that Gucci's internal data reportedly showed a 27% spike in brand searches, website traffic, and direct sales linked to his two-day Milan appearance. What set Jin apart wasn't only his visual appeal, though that in itself made headlines. With a face often described by Korean media as sculpted like art, Jin didn't simply blend into Gucci's designs. He elevated them. From his tailored coats to signature loafers, everything on him looked like it was made for him, and perhaps it was. Sources close to Gucci's Milan design team whispered that several looks were specially curated to match Jin's public image: modern, classic, and globally captivating. But beyond sales, stats, and social impressions, there was something even more significant: cultural elevation. Jin did not just promote Gucci. He helped bridge the often rigid world of European luxury fashion with the dynamic, emotionally rich landscape of Korean pop culture. Fashion historians may one day look back and credit Jin with one of the boldest cultural crossovers in fashion history. Behind closed doors, CEO Stefano Cantino is said to have praised Jin not as an influencer, but as a visionary. According to a private note obtained by one Italian publication, Cantino referred to Jin as the ambassador who turned legacy into legend. The statement was later quoted in multiple editorials across Vogue Italia, the business of fashion, and Korea's own W magazine. At a time when brands compete for cultural relevance and emotional resonance, Jin gave Gucci a soul. Looking ahead, insiders speculate that this partnership may evolve into something even greater. Talks of a capsule collection, possible co-directorial involvement in campaign strategy, or even a philanthropic joint project between Jin and Gucci are reportedly on the table. Whatever the next move is, one thing remains clear. Jin BTS has not only worn the crown of Gucci's finest ambassador, he's engraved his name into its very foundation, and the swirling world of fashion that constantly reinvents itself. Icons rise and fall with seasons. But Jin, with his blend of humility, elegance, and global charisma, is not just passing through. He is becoming fashion history itself.